Hi Gary, it's John Beekler. Hey, I've just put together a quick video on how my inventory system works, then to see if it might be a good application for you until you figure out something more permanent to work with Peachtree. Basically, it's in an Excel database, and we have three categories down here. We have three tabs. We have a bill of material, a pick list, and an inventory tab. We're currently on the inventory tab, and the way I have it set up is we have categories of different parts, okay, and I have them just split up into common categories that I think fit your particular product line. You can change anything in a white or clear cell. You can modify. You can't modify anything else in here. And basically what we have is, if you see here where it says connectors, if you change this to something else, then all of these cells right down through here will change to whatever you put in this cell. And then the abbreviation, which is down here, ends up in these cells. Okay, so if I change this to something else, then all of these are going to change as well. So what this is set up for is, if you get a new part and you want to put it into your inventory and it's a new connector, then basically you're just going to go to, you know that all your connectors start at line C163. Okay, so right here you can see these are all these part numbers here. We haven't used them. There's no part number that under that one on CON 169. So if you get a new connector you want to use, you just put the information in here, and you can scroll along. You can give it a Peachtree number, because you're going to have to use that Peachtree number when you purchase anything in your purchasing module as well. So, and then you can put brand, vendor part numbers, you know, contact, any of that stuff you want to put in. If you have storage locations, put that in. Quantity and stock, whatever you get something in, you put it in here. And how much each piece costs, unit of measure here. It's automatically going to calculate the value. And when you change your inventory, obviously your value is going to change as soon as you make adjustments. So let's look at the bills of material first. Basically what I did is I took that Excel spreadsheet that you sent me, which was a sample of a smaller part. I think it was your pole mount light. And I just took it just the way you had it. This is the parts names. This is how many it takes to use. Then what I did is I went to your website. I came up with this part number for it. I'm not sure if that's correct or it isn't. I gave these item numbers in my system, okay, and then we do the math here to determine how many assemblies. If a customer calls and says I need 5 or 6, this is going to tell you how many of them you need. And so basically the way this works, so let's say a customer calls and they want to know how soon they can get 5 of a particular light assembly that you make. Basically, on this page, we would, to determine if we have all the parts, we're just going to say that they call and they say, well, I want 5 assemblies, and let's just say it's this assembly right here that they want. And so what we would do is we would go right here, press F5, and then enter the this A160 for that line item number. So we're just going to go to F5, A160, enter. And it takes us to that bill of material. And then basically at this point, the only thing we're going to do is we're going to copy these 3 columns, 3 by 21 lines. Okay, we're just going to hit copy. Now we're going to go to the pick list to pick the parts and see if we have them. We're going to go to these 3 columns. We're going to go down to 21. We're going to paste 1, 2, 3. Very important. In this system, for this application, you only use paste 1, 2, 3. Always, okay? What will happen is if you don't use 1, 2, 3, you don't hurt the system. It's just that you don't get the data points correct. Okay. Now what that's done is it's gone to our bill of material and it's pulled up all of the data that we had put in under the part numbers that were on that bill. Gives us all of the quantity and stock we have. If they're red, that means you do not have enough to finish that job. It tells you the locations of where they are, so if you need to have someone go visually check, you know, you can just say, hey, go find out if we really only have one of these in C3, the connector 168. And it gives you the Peachtree number right here so that you can order it in your Peachtree system. Now at this point, the only thing you have to do if you're going to go ahead and use the system, you print this page, okay? And that's just basically, you know, you go up here, push print, you print it out. It's going to print out just like this, because what's going to happen is we need to go to the inventory screen. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come in here and we're going to enter the part number that we want to adjust. Say it's part number 166. Let's say we want to remove 4. Okay, and then basically we just go up here and say press F5 T part number. So F5 T T166 T166. Hit enter. It takes us to that part number. Now basically what it's telling us is that we had 17 in stock. We're adjusting it by 4, which is going to give us a balance of 13. So it's doing the math for you. So we copy, we go to the quantity in stock column, we right click, and we paste 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we're done. Now our inventory is adjusted. Our inventory evaluation has changed for our total inventory. And we just remove this here and enter the next part number that we want to do, whether it's 167 or whatever it is. And then we're done. Now if we order parts and we get them in, we just do the opposite. We're going to go to, let's say we buy some more part number 166. Let's say we order 20 of them. We go to F5 R166. Okay, it gives us the green says we're getting parts in, the red says we're taking parts out. We're going to copy that again. We're going to go here to stock quantity and we're going to paste 1, 2, 3. And we're done. Now our inventory's gone up in valuation, our parts have gone up, and that's basically as simple as it is. What I did is you had given me that sample bill of materials, and it was 21 line items. Okay, so for me to do this process of removing or modifying the inventory counts, taking those parts out, it took me 6 minutes to take out or adjust inventory on that one bill of material that you had with 21 items on it. So I guess you need to kind of look at if the system is easy enough for you or someone else in your organization to operate, and if that 6 minutes is too much time to apply to a work order in order to pull the parts out. Okay, I think one of the things that might be real nice about the system is how quick it is to determine if you have enough parts to build an assembly. That takes just 2 seconds to know that. So in any event, I hope this video was helpful in your decision making. Again, this isn't something, you don't have to pay for this or anything else. I'll let you use it if you think it's going to work for you. If not, I enjoyed putting it together and talking to you and Kim on the phone. So give me a shout, let me know what you think. You guys have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.